very day, 37 years ago, a beautiful baby girl was supposed to be born. Surprise, surprise, surprise! And I was born to one of the worst disadvantages ever. An older brother who knew that my name was supposed to be Catherine. And my parents never got over that I had a penis. Even when I was in 6th grade, they gave me a shirt from a vacation. It said Island Princess #1. Now, the dumber part of that is I actually wore that shirt to 6th grade PE. But it did have one advantage, though. I found out quickly who all the gay kids were in school. Blackmail. Yes. Yeah. That's been a rough birthday week, though. First, I lost my wedding day. Good thing, though, was my wife really didn't care. Yeah. Because I'm a stay-at-home dad. She knows whenever I go out, I have my son on my shoulders, my Elmo backpack, and my $10 in allowance. Who's going to come after me? A geriatric cougar? Or as we say in the biz, the vulture, because they'll eat anything? But speaking of geriatrics, another thing that was sad for this week was, did you hear Larry King might be getting the axe at the end of the year? Yep, CNN is cutting the show. But the good part, though, after Larry King's last show, they are moving the set and Larry King to the Smithsonian Institute. And starting in January, you can see Larry King as live as he can be from D.C. His first guest will be his first wife, Sacagawea. Yeah. So Larry King's gone, and then on Wednesday, my wife had the nerve to call me up and say, honey, is it okay if I go to the corporate box and see the Yankees D-backs game? It's like, okay, sure. I could have gotten mad, but no, that's not how I roll. I got even. Yet 5 minutes later, I called her at work. Honey, is it okay if I take our son to go see Sesame Street live? 4th row! It was awesome. It was a very interesting experience, too. Did you know, I knew there were like NBA groupies, and I guess after this week there were outdoor groupies, but did you know there were Sesame Street groupies as well? Yeah, they would do anything to get inside those Muppet costumes. Oh, and they had the weirdest t-shirts, too. Like one of them had, the Cookie Monster eats more than just cookies. Yeah. And then Oscar loved the junk in my trunks. But the worst might be the Elmo. There were a couple Elmo stalkers there. I mean, the first one was, Elmo loves me. Hard. I'm sorry, I described it. I apologize. And the other was, Elmo tickled me here. You're playing. So, but the other interesting thing that happened, it didn't get much press, surprisingly, but Joe Arpaio did one of his immigration raids right in the middle of the performance. Yeah. And poor Rosita was deported. But they didn't racially profile, though. They also deported the Count, which I was actually pretty happy about, because I'm a teacher, or I was before I'm a stay-at-home dad. I guess I'm still a teacher. That's not really important right now. But the Count, I blame the Count for why we're bad in mathematics. Because my son is deathly afraid of the Count, which I'm afraid is going to transfer to he's going to be deathly afraid of math. And, could they pick up some better celebrities or something to do it? Like maybe Charlie Sheen? You could at least count how many times he's been in and out of rehab. Or Angelina Jolie, she's good at counting children. Or at the very least, Britney Spears could lip sync it. I don't know. But, and the other most horrible thing about the Sesame Street film is, you think it's hard to leave a stand-up comedy show to go to the bathroom? You fear the heckling and all that? Yeah. Those Sesame Street boogers, they were so bad, particularly Oscar the Grouch. I'm in the middle trying to get my son potty trained, and he's there, kid, don't worry about it, just do it in your pants on the chair. I'll clean it up, don't worry about it. 1 week of work down the drain. Because I had just taught my son the potty training song that I learned when I was potty training a few years ago. Yeah, and I had him singing that, and it goes something like this. You might recognize it. Pop music in your mind. Diapers coming up, so you better get the potty started. Diapers coming up, so you better get the potty started. Now I've seen England and I've seen France, but there is no wee-wee in my pants. I get a lollipop if I might try. My teeth are all rotten, but my brush is dry. But it's a little bit too long of a song, so my son usually has an accent during it, so then he has to revert to our second potty song. Oops, I did it again. My name is Paul Whitney. Thank you very much.